It's a very important service, local news, be it maladministration in local councils or hospital trusts. But what we are basically given is pitiful presenters that possess little or no knowledge of anything, say what they looked up on the computer the night before, and you end up with stuff like, and now over to our roving roadside reporter, Ryan Pukemule. Ryan, thank you, Fiona. I'm standing here by the side of the road where nothing's happening. And you go back to the studio while they remind you of what you've just been told and then tell you what's coming up. Incidentally, what do you think with the presenters and editors and producers of these programmes? They seem to think that the entire population has the mental capacity of an 8-year-old with learning difficulties. They insult and patronise us. And so instead of holding local MPs to account or quangos, you get some fawning supine interviewer who asks his pre-prepared questions and that's it, and just let somebody talk their own book.
But isn't it that the attraction is supposed to be of the, I've now counted them 40 local radio stations, that they are, at least they are talking about that bit of road you mentioned because they are local.
Yeah, Joe, but we all know what's going on in our local roads. We live here. It's ludicrous. What they should be doing is exposing the sort of grotesque PFI raids that have been made in local newspapers. When councillors are exposed, things happen. But it doesn't happen on the local radio station because they're too busy asking ludicrous questions like who wrote Peter Pan, Henry Kissinger, Frank Bruno, or J.M. Barrie. And it's just insulting. Okay. And it's not just local radio stations that do this. It's creeping in as well to the BBC 10 o'clock news where they feel it necessary to define the word arable. But this is an example of dumbing down. I mean, BBC 3 as well, I would cut, which, in my opinion, is the televisual embodiment of that vicious editorial last week in the New York Post or News, which described us as a bunch of amoral, gutless, drunken cowards. And we do not need, not the British Broadcasting Corporation, putting out programmes like F off, my man boobs are too big, or fat and pregnant. This is television at its worst. It's what C.P. Snow said, the word is half Latin, half Greek, no good can come of it. It's not witty, it's not edgy, it is excrement, and it is a catastrophic waste of money.
Thank you, David. Well done. Thanks very much indeed, David Hayne, North Church in Hertfordshire. Began on BBC local radio stations, having machine gunned them. He then moved on to BBC 3 in particular, and that's what he would like shut. James Pacey, you run a theatre company in Nottinghamshire. What would you like the BBC... Hello. What would you like the BBC to shut?
Well, just to reiterate what your last caller said, actually, but in addition to that, I would throw the BBC News channel, what we all call BBC News 24, into the mix, which, although I think on principle is a good service, I think is totally unnecessary. I think we already have very regular bulletins on the BBC One channel in the event of breaking emergency news, BBC Two, presumably. So regular bulletins and instant access to the internet. I don't think we need another 24-hour news service. I think, for my own sake, Sky News, although it sounds like a plant for them, Sky News is a service that I much prefer. And actually, look in a practical sense, Sky News on the Sky channel is on channel 501, which is actually before the BBC channel. So anyone who's just flicking through trying to get a news channel, it's already there, and it's actually before the BBC News 24 channel. I find the service provided by the other service, I find it more accessible, more interesting. And in addition, there's something about a 24-hour news channel that I find a little bit distasteful. A bunch of presenters who are sat there waiting essentially for anything they can flash up as a breaking story. Obviously, the story is personal to everything involved in it, but a couple of people, I don't know, are injured in a car accident, suddenly big letters, breaking news. There's something very distasteful about that.
Okay, one of the things that's argued in favour of the BBC's news channel is that it does have this massive network of correspondents, particularly around the world, which can outdo anyone. So let's have a forum to get them on the air.
Yeah, absolutely. I can understand what you're saying, but at the same time, the BBC has always had a reputation of being one of the best news services in the world, and they've had that reputation a long time before News 24 actually came into existence. Why is there suddenly a lot of money being spent on the News 24 channel for a service that was already adequate? Why do we need to kind of pander to this instant access culture? We've already got the internet. We've already got another rival news service. Let's not spend lots more money on production costs, on wages, and all that kind of thing. When it's not necessary. It doesn't add anything to society. It doesn't add anything to our television.
James, thank you. Ray Rogers, former journalist in Wadhurst, East Sussex. What would you close?
Good morning. Radio 1. And I think actually Radio 3, by the way, I totally disagree with that first chap. I don't know what he's on, but he doesn't half speak fast. But I'm a great supporter of local radio, and one thing he may not be taking notice of is that the local newspapers are in bad trouble and they're folding all the time.
I'm not in favour of 24-hour news. I think, frankly, that's production for journalists. I don't think the great